Welcome to Sanctum Asylum. I am Keyless, and we are going to run through Orc Colony real quick. I'm going to try and teach you a little bit about how to start a base that doesn't collapse under the weight of its hungry friggin' orcs. So let's make a new game here, and I'm just going to go through a couple of things as quickly as I can. I don't want to take up too much of your time. We're going to name it What Need Doing, because we play too much Warcraft. And once we start off, we want to pause and kind of plan things out a little bit. So the silver mines really don't do a whole lot for you. They generate silver, which is taken back to the treasury and converted into crowns. You're not going to get a whole lot of crowns from that, so don't expect much. I wouldn't even bother making these. Later on you can get gold, and then after that emerald, I think. And those are worth a little bit more. But for now, we're going to rely on getting enough food that we can sell some of it for crowns. That's one of the best ways I've found to generate crowns. A trader appears every 15 to 30 days, something like that. So they come very often. First thing we want to do is dig out enough where we can put a place to eat, which is right down here. You can see the bedroom and the dining room. So we need a bedroom and we need a dining room right away. Those are the first things that we're going to do. And once we have those things, we don't have to worry about anybody leaving right away. So then we're going to build the bedroom, because he'll leave, like, you'll be digging out. You don't want to expand too quickly. So that's the trick. Is what we're going to do essentially is we're going to take a look at the resources here. I always open the goods panel, so it'll just stay right up here. It just hangs out. And this will tell you everything that you have in your storage room. So the way that this works is there's actually 3 of each type of commodity. So you start off with pigs. Pigs can be turned into meat, which can be turned into food. So there's 3. You have to keep that in mind. If we make all of these, the way that this is going to work is once in a while we'll have a request from Daddy Orc, who wants essentially either just pigs or just meat. But the thing is, you're constantly turning pigs into meat and meat into food, so you have to keep that in mind. What I like to do is whenever I create a pig farm, I'll upgrade the pig farm, I'll advance it to level 2, and then to level 3. Once it's at level 3, you can upgrade the butcher to level 2 and just leave the kitchen at level 1. Now what this is going to do is give you an abundance of pigs and a little bit more meat than you're cooking. So you'll always have a little bit extra. And that helps give you a little bit of leeway whenever they request like just pigs. But there's another way to do this as well. If you go into the storeroom page, you can actually click on store goods, keep goods in storeroom. So if you do that, you will not convert pigs into meat. Or if you click on, if you check this box, it will not convert meat into food. It'll just take it to the storage room. So that's how you can complete requests for things that are constantly being turned into something else. It works for everything: copper, iron, rocks too. Rocks are the only ones that don't have like 3 levels. It's either rocks or it's stones. So the way that this works is we now have the basic setup. We don't want to expand too quickly, so we want to upgrade everything before we continue forward. A big problem is it's always random, so you don't know if you're going to get rocks right where you need them or if you're going to have to dig for them. So we're going to have to dig for them on this one. So we go over. And the worst possible thing you can do is have too many damn orcs. They eat all your damn food, and you can't make enough fast enough. So the objective here really is to start over making as much as possible. Overmake. And that's where upgrade comes in handy. If you upgrade this to level 2, you'll produce, what, like twice as many pigs. I don't know the numbers because it doesn't give you the exact figures. So we want to upgrade everything before we start adding in more. So we need the basics. We need a quarry, which is going to generate rocks, which we can then turn into stones. I kind of messed this up, but it doesn't matter. You want everything as close together as possible so that your people don't have to walk as far to get to things, especially the goblins. The goblin's just sitting here right now because he's got nothing to do. But later on in the game, he'll have too much to do. He'll have way too much to do. So you have to build more. You can upgrade them too. You upgrade them, it adds another bed, you get another goblin. You don't have to actually build another goblin station, goblin room. You could just upgrade this. And that's awesome, but it's more expensive. So it's kind of a trade-off. Do you want to save space and keep everything together nice and tight? Or do you want to expand out a little bit, save some resources? But later on, you start generating enough that you can upgrade everything, and it's fine. But we have to get there first. So what we're trying to do is right now we've got a basic mason and a basic quarry. We're going to upgrade those twice before we expand any more. And these as well. Now I said that you should keep this at level 2 and this at 3. Now from here I would start building another one. You just go down another level with your elevator and expand outward. And we'll build another one of each one of these. And before we go any further with that, we're going to upgrade all 3 of these to their max. We don't have to do it right away. We just don't want to expand anymore until that is done. Another thing, so let's go through this real quick. Throne room, don't even bother with that until you're ready to settle down and start really pumping out troops and stuff. I haven't even gotten that far yet, so this is not a tutorial on how to do that. This is a tutorial on simply how to get your base started so that it doesn't collapse under the weight of resource management. You've got to have great resource management. So from here though, the elevator, you have elevator carts, because once this goes down far enough, people are going to be waiting for the elevator forever. So you just make more elevators. You make a whole bunch of them. Now nobody's waiting ever, and they will go through each other too. See how that works? That's awesome. That's great. We spent too much money doing that. And then like I said, you need all 3 of these. If you have one and not the other, it's going to make things tricky. You can do this however you want. You can make 2 pig farms and just one of these, one butcher's and 1 kitchen, so that you have an abundance of pigs. You always have extra pigs. Or you can just upgrade this all the way and don't upgrade the other 2. But now from here on, we would upgrade everything. Or another thing you can do is if you need something specific, just store it, like I said. Let me go through this real quick. I think that's pretty much everything. You cannot demolish rocks. As far as I've gotten in the game, you still can't. I haven't noticed that cancel even works. And then production, what I like to do is have 1 copper mine, and then I will make the copper smelter, and then upgrade the mine. So once the mine is upgraded, it will produce more ore than you can turn into ingots. So if there's ever a request for just ore, you'll have plenty of ore. If there's a request for ingots, you'll have the ingots too. That's how I play it. That's what's working for me right now. Just make sure you don't expand too quickly and upgrade everything before you start really building outwards. Because each goblin takes up a lot of food. They eat a lot of freaking food. I hope this helps. One other thing, if you heard that ding, that audible ding, that means you need to check over here to see what's going on, because there's either a request for something or the trader is here. You can easily miss those. I've easily missed them 4 or 5 times, and it's collapsed my colony because it's like 1,200 to 2,000 crowns deducted. It's crazy. It can be really bad if you miss those. So that's it. That's all I got for you. I hope it helps. I hope you're able to start an orc colony without it just falling under its own weight. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you on the next tutorial.